8 months from the time that Leon and his team came in to see the president in the Oval Office in August of 2010 and said, as Leon said, we have the best evidence we think we've had since we lost bin Laden in Tora Bora, in the mountains of Tora Bora, on where he might be. The president obviously instructed the intelligence agency to go ahead and try to build the case as quickly and as effectively as they could. And on the point about history and Bob Gates and those folks, and we can talk about this as we get to the decision, but history was in the room that day, and it was a split room. As the president went around the situation room and asked each person, and we had red teams at this operation, I'll talk about that in just a second in terms of process, went around the room, and he had some of the most prominent people in national security in the United States sitting there. He had Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bob Gates, Leon Panetta, Mike Mullen, right? And it was a split room. And we put that on our president to decide those cases, obviously. And he did want to go home that night and think about it. And he called me that morning, and I called you.
Did the room get heated, given how split it was? Did the room get heated, given how high the stakes were?
No, I want to get to that, because we'd run, I think one of the reasons there weren't any leaks, by the way, is because it was a process of integrity. And I think that the individuals involved in this, it was a small group, but they trusted each other and knew that their case would be able to be made to the president, right? We tried to run a process where it's high integrity, high confidence. You have leaks when people don't think they're being listened to, right? When they don't think that the process is on the level. This process was on the level as we went through it. And I think it also kind of speaks to the importance of this. You have to go back, obviously, in time. When President Obama came to office, we had large forces in Iraq. We were expanding the force in Afghanistan. We had the most aggressive continuation of the war on terror, right, against terrorist groups around the country around the world that we had ever had. And it was a strategic priority in the mind of the president. He said in early meetings, right, to go after bin Laden, because if we took him out of the leadership role, it would be a strategic win for the United States and for the world.